customers, and particularly to get repeat customers, you have to excite them. People need to come away from an experience with your company wanting more. And this is a responsibility that needs to be felt across all departments of your business, not just marketing, not just customer service, but also your tech team needs to feel this. Lior Arussy is the founder and president of Strativity Group, which helps companies with their customer experience and customer satisfaction for both B2B and both B2C businesses. He's also author of the book called Exceptionalize It, Stop Boring, Start Exciting Your Customers, Your Employees, and Yourself. So good to see you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for stopping by. I like this how it's you excite your customers and your employees. You're not going to have excited customers if your employees aren't excited, right?
Absolutely. That's the formula.
Okay, let's go through this. I love your first point that we talked about, which is customers are not always right. So don't try and excite everyone. Try and excite the right people.
Absolutely. And you see, most businesses are following, like, let's grab as many customers as possible.
Right.
Some customers can be toxic to your organization, and they're going to cost you twice. You're going to overservice them, and you underservice your loyal customers. So you need to be very conscientious of who are the good customers, who are the customers you want to focus on, and the rest of them, send them to the competition. That's what I call win-win. Win-win is when you take your worst customers, you send them to your competition. Now you win twice. You can focus on the right customers, and the competition is stuck with the unprofitable customers.
So this leads exactly into the next point, which is focus on profit, not market share. Same thing, really, right?
Absolutely. And especially small businesses, they focus on growth, but sometimes they pursue growth at all cost. They chase, we call the best salespeople like Rainmaker. They sell ice to Eskimos. Really, you want to sell ice to Eskimos? The cost of sales are going to be much greater than how much margins you can make on it. So be conscientious about where is your sweet spot, who are the right customers that appreciates your value, and then delight them. Give them so much that they will then become advocates. Go and tell everyone. It's like, you can't believe what this company just did for me.
And it's hard for companies to always be exceptional.
So let me give you the secret for that.
Okay.
Focus on emotions, not on rational. Let me give you a great example. This is a true story. I personally witnessed that when during our work. Customer calls a flower shop early in the morning, very stressed, and he's demanding to ship a dozen roses to a certain address. He provided all the information. Rationally speaking, the employee had all the details to go and process that. She stopped. She asked him, "Sir, why are you so upset?" And he took her a little bit of probing, and eventually he said, "Look, I'm a busy executive. I worked late last night. I came home. I forgot my anniversary. I slept on the couch. My back is hurting, and my wife is screening my calls." So he's in a pickle, right? She turns to him. "I couldn't believe this." She said, "Sir, with your permission, I'd like to put a small note to your wife that it was actually us who made a mistake yesterday and shipped the flowers to the wrong address.
They've got his loyalty.
And I'm going to throw in a small box of chocolate with that." And I couldn't believe that. And the guy's like, "Are you going to do this for me?" And of course, there was no negotiation on price. 2 days later, she calls him. She's like, "How are you? How's your back?" "Everything's great." "Well, do you mind giving me all the addresses and phone numbers of your friends and family and their anniversaries? And I'm going to call you 2 days before each one of those, and I'm going to decide with you what to do, so this will never ever happen again." And she took a $29.95 transaction, converted it to $5,000 relationship, just by paying attention to the emotions. We so focus on processing that we forget the human story. This customer did not need a bouquet of flowers. He needed a marriage extension. He needed an alibi, The same thing we need to do as small business owners. Step back and says, what's the emotional context of what's happening here? What are they really trying to do? How are they going to use the product? What are they going to do with it? What would they celebrate? Who else is involved? And try to connect and create a story for them. A story they can then go and share with others, because that's the most natural way. It's ultimately either you're going to invest in cost of sales or you're going to invest in upgrading your product to a story, and that's just through empowering your employees to tell the story, share your values. What's the purpose of the organization? People are craving for purpose. People are craving for passion. In a world of self-service and apps where you serve yourself, loyalty is going to the ones who surprised you.
Great. Well, thank you. I love that. Thank you for sharing that story with us. It was really great. Good to see you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.